Alright, so that's our major scale toolbox, and the way we put together the different caged members, C-A-G-E-D, C-D-E-G-A, that's cage spelled backwards. Cage is C-A-G-E-D. It's a descending pentatonic scale. Okay, and caged, the different chord members derived from C, A, G, E, D, but moved up the fretboard so that we stay in the same key. So it's C and then A, like that, and then the G would be, okay, and then the E would be, alright, and then the D is way up here. That's the same D shape as this shape, D, except it's way up here. Alright, that's what caged is. And these different shapes are actually, these pentatonic scales are inversions that start on different members. So just the way you would have a C, root C arpeggio. Okay, and then you could do inversions of it. Caged is different inversions. C starts on the third, right? And the A shape starts on the fifth. The G shape starts on the sixth. And the root shape starts on, the E shape starts on the root. That's how that goes. And the D shape way up here starts on the 2. So that's what those inversions are, just that scale. Now it's there's 4 inversions in one root. Okay, that's the E. And then we go to the C shape, the A shaped, starting on the G. Okay, or maybe we could start it down here. Then we go to the G shape starting on the A. Okay, and then we go to the C shape starting on the root again. Alright, and then the D shape starts on the 2. Alright, so there's inversions of the cage shapes to make the caged pentatonic scales. Okay, and the way the pattern relates to it is pretty darn good. I'm going to put the guitar down for a second so we can I get control of the charts here with the computer mouse and everything. Take a sip of coffee for a second. As I just woke up, as I lost an hour of sleep. So the patterns are pretty good. Okay, if you start on the 3, you get the C shape. If you start on the C, if you do the scale from there, you get the Phrygian 3rd minor. If you start the scale from the 6, you get the Aeolian 6th minor. If you start the scale from the 2, you get the Dorian 2nd minor. If you start the scale from the 5, you get the Mixolydian dominant 5th major. If you know, that kind of thing. Then you get into, are you going to start the scale from the 7 or the root? And that's where it gets a little complicated. But it's important enough to know that up here in this zone right here, that the fourth is an E shape because the third is an E minor. So the fourth is an E major. Okay, and that is encapsulated in the C cage. The C cage, remember we played, that's the first cage down here. So if you start on the 3, you get, you move it up and keep that E shaped chord where you're going like this. This is guitar talk, E shaped. Okay, this is E minor shaped. You just lift your finger off of the sharp and the bar hits the minor third. Okay, so you can get up about 4 strings and then you have to warp it over. Well, the C, the key of C can do that. It actually warps it over for you because that's the way we tuned up like that. We tuned it up like that. Whoops. Okay, we have messed up a little bit here. Where were we? Okay, hang on. Alright, sorry about that. It's a reminder, we do have to move along. Because we have to get into what makes these videos very important. Okay, this is review at this point. So it's a healthy review. It's always good to review. And when we get to the tuning warp up, you know, we have to warp these guys over here, okay? So rather than do what I was doing, because what I did was I didn't make the little box for it to paste into, and the computer thought I was going to paste it just on its own, which I do that a lot when I'm going to work on it. But we can look over here. So starting on the 3 over here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. That's the S2L down here. 3, 5, 6 root. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're working our way up. Everything's fine. But wait a minute. Now this is warped over. And that's what I was doing up there. And it comes into play, which is important. So the warp isn't always a bad thing. Okay, this is the C-shaped root. Root 3, 5, root 3. Or 5, root 3, 5, root 3. Or 3, 5, root 3, 5, root 3. Okay, and we can actually play, we can play the C arpeggio within the C box if we do a minor third on the same string here. So it'll go 3, 5, root, 3, 5, root, 3, 5. Okay, now how did I do that? Because I know I have to do a minor third here, and then from this 5th I can just do a second inversion. So I know I go straight up from the 5th, and then from the 5th, from the root, I'm going to go a perfect third, and then I'm going to do a minor third for that root shaped chord. Now I have to go straight up again as this 5 goes to the root, but with this 5, because of the tuning warp, I have to go bring it over, and then from here I'm going to start again with the 4th tuning. And you can do the arpeggio in the box. And before, the method that I was using before for the C was the substitution method, but I found it actually easier to do it the way we just did it, by intervals. You can do it both ways, and we'll be employing the toolbox substitution method when we want to do the long pattern starting from the capo or the fret nut. Okay, so we'll get to that. But this is still a good way to look at it, that you can just play your pattern here, which is the S2L and the S3L, and know where the numbers are within that pattern. Okay, I just found it clearer for me to be able to, to do that. Now, of course, it's easy to